back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about long distance relationships and how I make my long distance relationship work. For those of you who don't know Darius, he and I have been in a relationship now for about 3 years. And he is my first relationship that is out of the country, overseas. I love him very, very much. But it definitely has not always been easy. Long distance relationships are not easy ever at all, I don't think. I've been in a few long, shorter distance relationships, if that makes sense, like different states. But we're talking different countries, different continents. So not only is there a very long distance, there's also a time difference and all that fun stuff. So it's definitely a little different. I hope that some of the tips that I share with you today can help you, not just, if you have a long distance relationship, maybe if you have a shorter distance relationship, or if your boyfriend lives with you. So yeah, if you guys want to learn how Darius and I kind of keep our relationship alive, then just keep on watching. So first things first, I feel like I should give you guys a little bit of background on Darius and I. Darius and I met. We did not meet online, which is probably what a lot of you are thinking. We did not meet online. We met at college, at university. He was an exchange student from the UK, and I was from Maryland, and we were both going to school at a small Catholic school in Pennsylvania, like 45 minutes outside Pittsburgh. It was my junior year when I met him, and I had just gotten out of a really nasty, disgusting, horrible relationship that ended in blood and guts and tears and all that. And I was completely destroyed, not wanting to be in a relationship at all. And this huge 6'8" British guy just would not leave me alone. And his persistency worked. I don't even know, is persistency a word? His persistence, his dedication. It worked, and here we are 3 years later, still going strong. There's definitely been some bumps in the road, and our relationship has not been perfect, to say the very least. But we are in such a good place now, and I love him with all my heart, and I love our relationship, and we really have something special. So I have my little note list in here, and I titled it Making Long Distance Relationships Work. Me and Darius were kind of talking on the phone, and we were trying to figure out what I should say in this video, because it was a team effort, no doubt. I definitely wanted to know what he thought was most helpful, and I have my ideas about what was most helpful and what's most crucial in making a long distance relationship work. So the first thing I have on my list is trust, honesty, and communication, but I can't stress trust enough. I mean, I have a lot of friends. Well, first of all, I don't have a lot of friends in general, but I have a friend who tells me all the time, I don't trust my significant other. How can you not trust your significant other? If you don't trust your significant other in a regular relationship, that's already hard. But if you have thousands of miles between you and you don't trust your significant other, I can't tell you that it's gonna work. For me, with Darius, I've always been able to trust him. He's a very loyal man. He's a very trustworthy man. I feel like a lot of girls that have trust issues would worry about cheating or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I can honestly say that I've never even been slightly nervous about what he's doing. I never go through his phone when he's here. I never, ask him, who he's texting. I never ask any of those questions just because I don't feel like I need to. So you just really want to make sure that the person that you are with, you trust. And that comes with communication, that comes with honesty. So all of these things kind of tie in together. Expressing your emotions, you have to talk to your significant other, even if it's just about, babe, we don't talk that much at night, and I really want to talk a little more at night. Those little things will make it easier for both of you, because think about it. If you're upset about something and you're not talking to your significant other about what you're upset about, they're going to be in another country, in another state, wondering what am I doing wrong? Why is she so mad? And you're just sitting there that doesn't work in a long distance relationship. That will only frustrate you, and that will only make the problems worse, I promise you. So you have to be 110%. You just gotta let them know, no bullshit, this is how I feel, and that is it. Texting. Texting is a huge thing. Now, I'm not talking about dirty pictures. If y'all want to send each other like dirty pictures, that's cool. I'm not gonna get into it, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you first wake up and you look crusty as hell and you just roll over, take a picture and send it. Like I have so many ugly pictures in my phone that I would never want anyone to see, but I send to Darius because that's like authenticity, that's real. That's just like how it is. But that's like real life. That's like in that moment. Most importantly, you need to be sending a good morning text and you need to be sending a good night text. These things make a huge difference. I don't care if you text the rest of the day. You need to send a good morning text and you need to send a good night text because that lets that person know that, hey, you're the first thing I'm thinking about when I'm waking up. Hey, you are the last thing I'm thinking about when I go to sleep. To some people, it just kind of seems like it's not that big of a deal, but if you're in a relationship with someone who's in another country or who's in another state, you don't get to see them all the time. If you're not the type of person who's gonna go that extra mile and do all of this extra stuff for that person, then it's not gonna work, honestly. The other person is gonna feel left out, they're gonna feel underappreciated, and they're gonna be like, why am I even doing this? Don't make the person you're dating ask themselves why they're doing this. So another thing I have on my list is trinkets. You know, like a trinket, like something physical, like a teddy bear. If you're not present in their life in some way, shape, or form in a physical aspect, you kind of lose sight of like what you're working hard for. Darius got me this ring. I wear it on my left hand. It's a promise ring. I'm not engaged. He gave me this ring to kind of help us through these like hard times. I literally can't tell you how many times I do this with my ring every day. Just to like feel it on my hand and know that this is Darius. He has my Maryland flags and he has some of my clothes. Sending trinkets to each other, care packages, those are big things that really help make the distance easier. Date nights. Darius and I have date nights. We'll be talking to each other on the phone and sometimes we just won't even say anything. I'll sit my phone there and he'll sit his phone there and he'll be reading BBC like he always does and I'll be on YouTube watching YouTube videos, but just having that person's presence there is really nice. Another big, huge thing in keeping long distance relationships alive, huge thing is not keeping score, and I think this is with any relationship. Don't keep score of how many times this person sent you flowers or this person sent you a care package or how many texts you send this person versus how many texts they send you. Whatever the case may be, don't keep score. That is a surefire way to destroy a relationship or to just put like negativity in the relationship. Another big thing about being in a long distance relationship is being able to appreciate the time without that person. Darius and I don't talk all day. We talk in the morning, we talk at night, and for the most part, that's really all we do. We don't really, OD text each other. We used to before we got into a rhythm that was a little more healthy. But we don't keep that conversation alive all day. It's exhausting. If you can do that, then there's something wrong with your life and you need to check yourself and get yourself a hobby. And that will in turn help you appreciate being together more, which is rolling me into my next thing. When you're together, appreciate that time, but don't try to like jam pack all these activities and doing all these different things. Like don't try to overdo it when you guys are together because that just creates like pressure, you know what I'm saying? Another important thing about having a long distance relationship is being able to have those difficult conversations. Darius and I have been dating for 3 years, so we know what we're gonna do. Like I know I want to be with Darius for the rest of my life and we have discussed this. And at first, it wasn't always easy to talk about because talking about marriage and talking about, visas and talking about like all this stuff, it's hard. I'm not ready to get married when I'm a junior in college, but if you're putting all these hours in, you're putting all this time in, you're traveling across the freaking world to see each other and having to dedicate like weeks out of our months, out of our years to visit each other, and that's a lot of money. Plane tickets are a lot of money, so you kind of have to talk about like, okay, are we doing this for real? Like, how do you see this working? Like, you have to have those conversations, and those conversations aren't always easy to have, but if this person means a lot to you, it kind of stops mattering about what other people think, about how old you are, about, you know, where you're gonna be in X amount of years. All that really matters is each other. Everybody has an opinion about what I should be doing with my relationship in my life. And I've kind of had to teach myself that at the end of the day, this is my life. This is our life. And it doesn't matter what, you know, my best friend thinks or what my sisters think or what my mom thinks. Like, all that matters is my happiness and our happiness and what we've been working so hard to overcome and to achieve. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what those people think. You just have to do you. And it's hard because people are going to say what they think. But if this person matters to you, you just have to realize that it doesn't matter. It only matters what you two believe and what you two think and what you two want. Those people love you and they only care about you and they only want to see you happy, but they don't know the whole story. So you have to be able to have those difficult conversations, and you also have to hold strong in your relationship and be strong together. That's been a big thing for me, and that's been a huge learning curve for me, to kind of stop listening to what everyone else has to say. And I really think that's everything. I thought this was going to be a lot longer than, what the hell? If you guys have any questions at all about Darius or Darius and I's relationship, or questions about, you know, like how I do it, or like any questions at all, and you don't feel comfortable leaving them in the comments below, feel free to email me. I'll leave my email down below. My email is autumnestel.ae@gmail.com. I would love to answer any of your questions. So yeah, just, you know, feel free to let me know. I love being able to give advice and to help if I can at all. So yeah, I think that's everything. I hope this wasn't like the lamest video ever. I haven't done like a talking advice video like this. So like I said, let me know what you think down in the comments below, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Also, I will leave all the details of what I'm wearing on my face and, you know, on my body down below. Be sure to subscribe for more videos like this. And until next time, I don't think I have anything else to say to you guys except for I love you and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye!